we're here today to honor Marion and Marion Warren. In their later years, they lived on City Gate Lane. I remember many an evening watching them as Mrs. Warren's health wasn't too good, as they came down and holding hands and looking at the water. And that's the reason why we thought that this would be the appropriate place to dedicate these two benches so that people can come down here and enjoy the wonderful water view. Thank you very much.
Welcome everybody on this very special occasion on this very beautiful day and in this very, very beautiful park. You know, artists see things that most of us think we see but don't. They help us experience things that we might not have an opportunity to see. So if you remember the work of Marion when he worked with watermen on the bay, how many of us will have that experience to be out there on the water and engaged in a life that is certainly fast disappearing? Much of it has disappeared, but how much of us will have that experience except through the art, the photography of Marion Warren? And so it really is an eye on the world that we all experience and that will live with us for a long time. Dick mentioned the photo that he has of the Bay Bridge at moonlight. You know, it is a very, very special icon, if you will, of the bay that will be long remembered, well, 100 years from now, when perhaps that bridge is no longer there. But this is part of the spirit that artists give us. He and Mary were a team. They had different skills and different sensitivities, but they were very special, and they contributed to the quality of life in this city that we all enjoy so much now. And so in the dedication of these benches, in their name, when you too come down and take a quiet moment to meditate and to just look out over the water, perhaps you too will be affected by the spirit that they both had, to see things with new eyes and in different ways that so impact our quality of life. This is really a very, very special occasion, and all of you who loved the Warrens and knew the Warrens so much, thank you for being here to celebrate this very special occasion.
Thank you very much, Mayor Moyer. I had the distinct pleasure of meeting Marion Warren when he was 81 years old and working with him up until the time he died. I only knew Mary briefly and know her from stories from the family and the community. I've been thinking about Marion and Mary Warren almost nonstop for the past few weeks. And I think of these two individuals and the impact of the choices that they made in their lives, the lasting impact that it has on the lives of all of us. When they came to Annapolis in 1947, this was a very different town than the town we all live in now and enjoy. They were instrumental in the preserving of all the beautiful historic buildings in Annapolis. Marion was a founding member of Historic Annapolis. Not only did he work, but he documented all the restoration of so many of the buildings and the Paca House and all the gardens. Mary worked closely with St. Clair Wright, who was also very active as a historian and a preservationist. They did early books together on Annapolis. They obviously fell in love with the town, and with their own natural interest in history, they helped record and preserve in words and photographs what life in this little town on the Chesapeake Bay is for all of us. They were a team. They were husband and wife. They were married for more than 60 years. They had a family-run business. They worked together. They were business partners. They raised their children together and helped grow this community. Their sense of civic duty and pride was natural. What I knew from Marion was he didn't think what he did was any big deal. And to me, that is the beauty of that man. He was such just a plain good human being, just did the right thing. He had a phrase that he used and said he owed a lot of what his life had become due to the simple premise of good, clean living. And with Marion, it honestly was that simple. This is who this man was. If you lead a good, clean life, work really hard, hone your craft, why wouldn't you have a good life? It just made sense to him. I'm going to use Marion's words to honor his wife. This is from the eye of the beholder. For Mary with love, my partner in marriage has also been a very active partner in my career, understanding and supportive, working beside me. Most of all, she has been my advocate in public relations. Without complaint and always with encouragement, she has been by my side. Now, love is mentioned, but public relations is mentioned too, because work gave Marion Warren such joy. The sense of accomplishment he felt was just from the doing. The work was its own reward. And thank goodness all the rest of us reap those benefits. They had such an impact on this town and what we see every day, and perhaps sometimes we take for granted. Their spirit of collaboration, generosity, and kindness is very well known. I bump into people every single day. You mention Warren's name or Mary Warren's name. Oh, yes, I knew them. I knew them. All the wonderful work they did. What is always repeated is the generosity, the spirit of just doing something because it's the right thing to do. This is the spirit that Marion and Mary Warren embodied in this community that I would like to see us carry on. That's our job. That's our legacy. Things don't magically happen preserving historic buildings in town. It takes work, it takes fundraising, it takes cooperation and collaboration. As we all move into the future, let us honor these two wonderful individuals by carrying on good, clean living in our own lives so that we all benefit. Thank you very much. And you're all invited back to a reception at the American Landscape Gallery.